I'm honestly ashamed to even type this out, but I don't know how else to process it. I'm 23F now, but this all really started last year when I was 22. For most of my life, especially my late teens and early 20s, I was pretty overweight. I wasn't bedridden or anything, but I was definitely in the obese range. I was the kind of person who always picked the elevator, always sat out of physical activities, always felt tired. I didn't take care of myself at all. Like, I'd eat fast food multiple times a day, drink soda like water, stay up until 4 a.m. scrolling TikTok in bed, then complain about why my body felt terrible. Looking back, it's obvious, but at the time, it was like I was just passively floating through life in this unhealthy shell and pretending it wasn't happening. Then something clicked one random afternoon around my birthday. It wasn't dramatic or inspirational. There wasn't a doctor yelling at me, "No, your life is in danger" moment. I just looked at myself in the bathroom mirror at my job and thought, I don't want to feel like this anymore. And that tiny thought sort of stuck. I made one small change, then another and another. I started walking 30 minutes a day after work. I swapped my regular soda for sparkling water. I stopped eating takeout 5 times a week. I didn't do a crazy diet or punish myself. It was all pretty slow and sustainable, and I lost weight, like, a lot. Around 50 pounds over the course of about a year. It wasn't even that hard for me, which is something I don't tell people because I know how much others struggle. But the truth is, once I got into the rhythm of it, it felt easy, almost automatic. And now I'm at a healthy weight for the first time in my adult life. I look better, I feel better, I'm proud of myself. People notice. I get compliments constantly. Old friends say I glowed up. I buy clothes that actually fit instead of oversized hoodies to hide my body. My life objectively improved in a lot of ways. But here's the part that makes me feel like I'm slowly becoming a terrible person. Ever since I lost the weight, I've started thinking horrible things about people who are still fat. And I'm talking horrible. Stuff I never, ever would have said or even thought back when I was heavier. Stuff I wouldn't dare say out loud because people would rightfully call me a monster. It's automatic too. Like these intrusive little judgments pop into my head every time I see someone overweight. I'll be walking down the sidewalk and see a girl about my old size and my brain immediately goes, wow, her double chin is really bad from this angle, before I can even stop myself. If I'm behind someone at the grocery store and their stomach jiggles when they reach for something on the top shelf, I'll think, God, his fat is wobbling everywhere. And then I immediately feel disgusting for having that thought, because I know how rude it is. I know how unfair it is. I know what it felt like to be on the receiving end of judgment. And yet, I keep doing it. There's this guy I liked, genuinely liked. Funny, sweet, respectful, the type who actually listens when you talk. But he was on the heavier side, not extremely overweight, just bigger than average, and I couldn't get into him because of it. Like, every time I started to get closer to liking him, my brain would throw up a big neon sign that said, he's fat, and suddenly every cute moment would die instantly. I know how messed up that is, and I hate admitting it, but it's the truth. It's like I'm hyper-aware now. I notice every heavy breath someone takes when walking upstairs. Every time a friend orders something unhealthy at dinner, I start over-analyzing it. I'll think, do they really need that extra side? Which makes me sound like the food police or something. And it gets worse. When I'm out with friends who take the elevator, I purposely take the stairs just to not be in the elevator with them, as if stepping into that small metal box with someone bigger will somehow contaminate me with old me energy. It's insane. I know it's insane, and I still do it. Then, I feel like a complete asshole because I left my friend riding the elevator alone and pretended it was because I wanted the extra steps. It wasn't because I wanted exercise. It was because I didn't want to stand next to her and be reminded of who I used to be. I think deep down, a part of me is terrified of becoming that person again. And to cope with that fear, my brain has started building this psychological wall. Like if I look down on fat people, if I mentally distance myself from them as much as possible, then it somehow guarantees I'll never slip back into my old habits. Almost like bullying myself into staying thin. And the scariest part is, it works, or at least it feels like it does. When I see someone bigger eating a giant meal, I suddenly lose my appetite. When I see someone struggling to walk up a hill, I instantly want to do a workout. It's like using disgust as motivation, which is messed up because the disgust is aimed at people who did absolutely nothing wrong except exist in public. I know where this comes from. I know it's projection and insecurity and fear of slipping back into my old lifestyle. I know my brain is trying to create distance between who I am now and who I used to be, but it's happening in the ugliest possible way. And I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be judgmental. I don't want to have these thoughts. I don't want to cringe when my plus-sized coworker eats a cupcake at the office birthday celebration, even though it's none of my business and she's literally just enjoying a treat. I can look someone I care about directly in the eyes, someone who's always been kind to me, someone who's helped me through hard days, and my brain will still throw out some awful intrusive thought like, she would look so much better if she lost weight. And I hate it. Because I know I'm not their judge. I'm not superior. I'm not better. I'm just someone who happened to lose weight after years of not taking care of herself. Sometimes I wonder if this is just a phase or if losing weight triggered something in me that turned ugly. Maybe it's insecurity disguised as superiority. Maybe I'm constantly trying to prove to myself that I'm different now. Maybe I'm scared that if I stop distancing myself from fat people mentally, I'll allow myself to become okay with slipping back into bad habits. I don't know, but I think about this every single day. The guilt eats me alive. I look at my friends, people I genuinely love, and I feel like a monster for having these silent, secret judgments. I never say anything, and I never treat them differently outwardly, but it's still there. It's still happening in my head. And that's almost worse, because it's silent and cruel and hidden behind a friendly smile. I just needed to put this into words somewhere that won't immediately judge me or sugarcoat it. I don't think I hate fat people. I think I hate the version of myself I used to be, and I'm projecting it onto anyone who reminds me of her. But I need to fix this. I don't want to live in my own head like this. I don't want to silently pick apart innocent people. I don't want to keep sabotaging potential relationships because I can't get past superficial bullshit. Has anyone else dealt with something like this after losing weight? How do I stop thinking these horrible things about people I care about? Am I becoming a bad person, or is this something I can actually work through?
Hey everyone, I don't even know how to start this, but I'm sitting here at 3 a.m. sick to my stomach and I need to spill it all. I feel like I've become someone I don't even recognize, and I'm terrified I can't come back from this. So, here we go. I'm 23, and for the past few years, I've been absolutely addicted to gambling. It started off small when I was 18. I went to a friend's poker night, dropped $20, and somehow walked out with a few hundred. That rush, that feeling of winning something out of nothing, it felt electric. From there, it spiraled. Sports bets, online casinos, sketchy loan apps. I lied to everyone about it. Last night, I crashed so hard I think I finally hit rock bottom. But this isn't just about how much money I lost. It's about how far I went to chase that high and how badly I betrayed people I love. For a while, I was just that kid who gambles too much, but I started borrowing money. At first, it was tiny, like asking friends for a small loan just in case. Then I'd pay them back, sometimes. Then I started messing with my mom's car. Here's the part I hate admitting. My mom's car, her only car, was in her name. But a couple of months ago, I talked her into signing over the title to me. I told her I'd refinance it to help her out, how paying off the car would be my way of giving back. She said yes, because she trusted me, her son. I felt like I was finally being responsible, but responsible turned into something else. Within days, I'd taken the title, gone to a shady title loan place, and gotten cash. I told myself I'll win it back, I'll make enough money at the casino, pay off the loan, and give her the car right back. Simple, right? Wrong. The first few nights, I was sure I could do it. I put that loan money on bets, telling myself it was just playing the odds. At first, I doubled some of it, which just made me greedier, so I bet more, and lost. Fast, way faster than I ever expected. Then, the title loan company came for their payment. I faked a few bank deposits, made up stories about why I couldn't pay, begged for more time. Meanwhile, I kept going to the casino, kept chasing losses, thinking tomorrow will be different. Big mistake. One day, I got a call from the loan company. They're towing the car, my mom's car, the car she worked so hard for, the one she needed to drive to her job. They claimed I defaulted. I couldn't lie my way out of it this time. I cried, for real. Then, I started lying to my mom. I told her I was selling the car back to her for cheap so she could keep it. I told her I was refinancing under a different loan. I told her I was working long hours so I could pay her back. All of this Bullshit. She believed me for a while because she's my mom. She always believed in me. But she stopped calling me as much. She stopped asking about the car. I think she's starting to realize something isn't right, and every time she doesn't mention it, I feel like a piece of me breaks. Then last night happened. I went to the casino again. I took out more money I didn't have, hoping to hit one big win, maybe enough to pay the title loan, maybe enough to pretend I didn't ruin everything. Of course I lost again. I got out of there and sat in my car, trying to text my mom. I couldn't. My hands were shaking. My heart was pounding. I just stared at the steering wheel and realized I have nothing. No car, no money, only lies. And that's when it hit me. I have betrayed my mother. I have hurt the person who gave me everything I ever needed. I have spiraled so far, and I don't know how to climb back up. I don't even know who I am anymore. I don't expect to be forgiven. I don't even know if I deserve another chance. But I need someone to hear this. I need someone to understand how someone who used to care can get so lost in their own selfishness. I hate what I've done. I feel like a fraud. I feel like I've become a monster. If you've ever messed up this badly, lied to people you loved, gambled their trust away, stolen something that meant more than money, how did you pull yourself together? Is there any way back? Am I beyond redemption?